Hey guys, how's it going? It's Delmer again and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, thank you for joining the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so because that's really going to help me in growing this amazing community. And today I'm pretty excited because I'm going to go into something that I really enjoy doing, and that is working on the high definition render pipeline for Unity. And what I'm going to be doing today is an addition to what we did previously, which was to work on a scene that had spheres, and we created a really cool looking scene. So this time around I'm going to add another model that is going to be a little bit more detailed, which is going to be a car. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to show you how the materials can get applied to an existing model, how we can upgrade some of those materials from a standard type material to a high definition material. So let's jump into Unity and start working on it. Alright guys, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open Unity. And we're going to open up the project that we ended off last time, which is called Unity HDRP Essentials. This is also going to be in the description of this video, and it's in GitHub as well. Okay, so let's just give it a second here. Once it opens up, then we're going to go into scenes, and then we can look at the materials scene. Perfect. All right, so this is great. We created it last time, and it looks really cool. But I want to focus and add something, that looks cooler, because we are creating a scene that it's taking a lot of use of new technology. So what I want to do is I want to add a car from the asset store that I really like, and I want to be able to apply basically the same lighting and the same effects that we are applying to this sphere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new scene first. So I'm going to clone the material scene, and we're just going to call it car demo, and just going to double click it to open it. And I'm going to get rid of all these spheres, and then we're going to leave everything else the same. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new component, a game object, 3D object, and this is going to be a cube. The reason why I want to do this is because I want this to be the floor. And if we go into the game, let's see, let's actually make it bigger and thinner. Something like that. Something like that works for now. And then what I'll do is I still want to see kind of like the fog and the sun. So I'm going to place it in a way that's where we're going to be putting the car. So I'm going to select the camera and then align with view. If we go to the game, we can kind of see how that's going to look like. I'm actually going to, let's zoom out a tiny bit. And I'm going to align with view one more time. And let's do it one more time. I'm just looking at the camera preview here, and I think I'm happy with that. Okay, excellent. So now let's go into the asset store, and this is the process that you're gonna have to follow if you want to use the HDRP. And I already have an asset, so let's go into my profile, and I believe if I go into my orders, I should be able to see that asset. These are the purchases. Let me go into my list maybe. So all the lists that I created. Okay, my assets. Let's go into my assets. And I have an asset that is free that we can use. And by the way, this is from RCC Design. So go ahead and check them out. I don't have any sponsorship with them. I think it's, it's very kind of me to say that they are the creators of these assets. So I want to thank them for getting this asset created for us. So, and then I'm going to click on import, and I'm going to import that asset. And this is going to be the process. I'm going to show you how we can update the materials, so the materials get converted to the materials that that basically the high definition render pipeline uses. Because if I go in, and looks like I got imported, if I go in and add the car, I'll show you what happens. So if I go into the folder that got created, and don't move it into scenes, did that by mistake, move it back. And then if I go into prefabs, you can see that if I add the car there, that just doesn't look okay. That just looks like a purple car, and I can't really, that's okay, we can work with that for now. And I want to align the camera first. Let's actually go closer, excellent. Okay, I like that. That's perfect. And then just put the camera there and put the game scene on one side, and I'm going to Let's just resize this to be like 700. Excellent. And I think I'm okay with that. Let's move the game back. And okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, so now how do we fix the materials? And how we do that is we have to find the materials that are associated with that car, and they are in this material folder. So I'm going to select all of these materials, and then we're going to go into assets, and let me I don't do these very often, so let me make sure that I find, okay, it's actually going to be under edit, and then visual effects, render pipeline. Okay, render pipeline, and then we're going to upgrade the selected materials to high definition materials. And then yes, we're gonna say proceed. It's gonna give us a warning, and there we go. We have our beautiful car in there. And if you look at the glass, the mirrors, it's actually looking really cool. Okay, so let's see. So I'm happy how that looks. Let me go in, and I'm gonna modify the camera one more time, the placement of the camera, until I am happier. Let's do that, and we can change the field of view. Perfect, and I like that. Let's also change the size of the floor. I'm gonna have it cover the whole, basically the whole area. I can make it very, very big. 7,000. This is just for demo purposes. By no means this is for you to do it in a real game, because you don't want to make that big. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to have that be kind of like, let's see, I'm gonna line the horizon with the, okay, I think I'm happy with that. Perfect. And the other thing that I'm gonna do, let's go into directional lighting and modify the lighting a little bit. Let's do 12. The other thing that I'm gonna do is, if you notice, if I change the size of the sun disk, it's actually getting reflected. Let me change the intensity, something like that, and there we go. I just wanted to get some highlights in this area, and something like that. That's cool. And I'm gonna dim these down just a tiny bit. Let's do 8. Perfect. And the shadows, I think the shadows should be okay. If I change the resolution, let's do something like 2048. There we go. We got a better resolution on the shadows, and I think that it's okay as it is. Perfect. And I got everything else looks fine. Excellent. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into post-processing volume, and I'm gonna see, because this is an older, kind of like an older car, I'm using ACS, and I think it was fine how it was, to be honest, except there we go, except temperature. Okay, about 20 looks good to me. The other thing that we can do to give this a little more life is if we change the intensity of the bloom. And I don't think I need to, that's cool, it's a cool effect if you want to make it cartoonish. But I okay, I'm happy with 1.25 or 2.4, let's do 2.5. Excellent. And then the vignetting, let's increase the vignetting, change the smoothness, and let me just play with some of these settings until I'm, okay, there we go. That's kind of what I was looking for. And still want to do, what is smooth? There we go. Something like that. I think that works really well. If I take it off, you kind of see the difference. Same thing with the bloom. If I take it off, I'm going to do, let me just resize this window, and okay, so that's getting, so this process takes a long time because I really want to make sure that I'm getting the best of, the best look. The other thing that I can change is I want to change the intensity of the ambient occlusion. You can kind of see that I'm getting a little bit of ambient in that area. and probably like that works. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Depth of field, auto exposure. I think if I increment this, there we go. 2.7 works. Excellent. So that looks great. The other thing, so if I change the sky, you can kind of see we can get kind of a blue sky. If I change some of these values, if we want to do it dark, we can do it dark. I think I'm gonna go with what I had, a little bit of, white ground color. That's cool. So if we want some reflections on the ground color, then you can see that how that is changing that area. And let's see, I don't know that I want to mess with this that much because it actually looks really cool already, and I actually like it when it's really light. Okay, so happy with that. Let's go back into the main camera, and it's actually the post-processing volume, and I'm going to go back to color grading. Let's change the post exposure. The contrast, I think the contrast could be okay if we do something like that. Then I'm also getting a low resolution, so I'm going to change this too because I'm using a high retina. You can see that now that looks beautiful. Now let's go to the ground and call this ground. And in the ground, I'm going to modify, oh, looks like I didn't even assign a material to the ground. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do. Is I'm going to right click on materials, material, and we're just going to call this one ground and assign it to our ground so that we can get more flexibility here. And definitely non-metallic. Just gives us some really cool. So if you want to have like a dark, that's just so cool. Okay, so let's see. You can see how amazing that is changing just by making a couple of tweaks. If I make it red, if I make it black, so I'm gonna go with something like that. The smoothness, that looks really cool. Let's actually increase the smoothness all the way up. Metallic, I don't know that I want the floor to reflect. And I think I'm okay with, I don't know that I need to change the emission. I'm okay with what we had. So I'm going to leave it like that. Then the lighting, and I think it's just too strong still. Let's change I think it was the halo. Oh, there we go. I still want those reflections there. And that's crazy how I want to do. Okay, I'm pretty happy. Let's see, about 6. Perfect. I'm going to, let me just clear that error because that's gonna bug me. Okay, so I'm liking how that looks, and just looking at it to make sure. Let's go to the scene view, and we can just go around the car and make sure that we are happy with the look. And I'm pretty happy with how everything looks, to be honest. And yeah, we're getting a really cool, you kind of see the sun is like way too big. Let's go back to the size and make some of these changes. We can also go to the volume settings, and you can see that I can modify the size of the sun, and we can do something like this. Something like that. We have the sun, so if I change the sun size, let's make it something like that. Okay, so I think that looks better. Now let's go to the game view. Oh, that looks a lot better. Perfect. Let's go back to post-processing, and I'm gonna say it again, this is just a process. You're gonna go back and forth until we are happy with our changes. I think I'm happy at that point. Let's go now to the ground, and I think that works. And then this area, there you go, that looks cleaner. Okay, I like that, and I think everything else should be fine. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do is I want to rotate the car, because I want you to see how everything is updating. So I'm gonna go into my little car here and add a new component, and I'm gonna add the rotator, and that's gonna be part of the script of this project. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna update the value of Y, because that's gonna rotate it in the Y axis, and then I'm just gonna hit play, and we should be able to see it rotating just like a demo, and that's cool. We can also pull these on the scene view so we can see it from every angle, and I'm going to basically on the 3D icons just make them smaller so that we can see the car. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, let's go back to the camera and change the field of view a little bit more. You kind of see the blur, motion blur that is assigned to the post-processing. It's affecting it. Go back to the light, and we can increment the light a little bit more. And you can see that if I increment the highlight this, that's way too much. Just gonna undo it, and the halo as well. Just gonna undo that. You can also modify the color of what the light is actually emitting. So you can see if I go dark, we're still getting a little bit of sunlight on the mirrors, and if I go a little bit, maybe, yeah, there we go. So we get a little bit of a sunset. We also get the sun reflection on the floor, which is fine for this demo. And there we go. So I think I'm happy with these results. I just wanted to show you how amazing this high definition pipeline is. And if you guys have any questions, let me know through the comments. And I'm also gonna put these, like I said before, in GitHub. I'll be pushing these changes, and you should be able to download it right after I'm done with this video and you're done with the video. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video. Thank you.